Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday evening to you guys. So guys, I decided to make this recording after going through several emails the last couple of days, and um it's in regards to people who really like admire you, or they really see your strength and they really see all your achievements and all that stuff, right? And you're always grateful for that, because that's what keep you motivated, that's what keep you going, hoping that you can inspire others and all that good stuff. But I wanted to make this recording for those of you who are really, really feeling down and out because you feel like you're not where you want to be. You really feel like, blessings are missing you and God has forgotten about you, and you just want to blow up overnight, right? um Listen, at the end of the day, anything that God has for you is truly a blessing. But here's what a lot of people, including myself, don't and didn't understand was, with every blessing, there's a different level. Each level is a different level of warfare, right? Literally, it's a mountain that you're climbing. It's not something you go from this to overnight. It's literally a mountain. It's a battle. And I think that's why you hear more failure. Well, what society would deem as being failures. You will hear more of failures or individuals who give up versus making it to that finish line. That's why, because you don't hear about the battles, you don't hear about the attacks, you don't hear about that stuff. So in our mind, we just figure, I just want to be blessed. Give me more, God. Give me more overnight. And people don't get it. One song that's really, really, really hit me really hard a couple of months ago was Justin Bieber's Lonely. And if you guys haven't, I'm sure you probably have heard it, but if you haven't heard it, I'll be sure to put it in the description if I remember. But basically, he's singing in the song. Now, mind you, I don't know how much he's worth, but I mean, he's up there. He might be worth 100 million. I don't even know. But the point of the matter is, if you listen to that one song, and you will sit here and think, well, how in the world could somebody with $100 million or even more have these problems? And in the song, you hear him expelling what he's going through. And some of the words are, basically he's saying things, well, I'll put it in there, but he's basically just saying, how everybody, judge him or look at him and think he has it all together. And, all he wanted was somebody to hear him, and people are judging him, and how he's so lonely. The song is actually called Lonely, but he's saying, like, if you had it all, he's had it all with nobody to call, um, he's had everything, but no one's listening, and he's so lonely. So you've had people who, how could you be lonely with all that money? I would have all these women and all this. Guess what? That might have worked, for the first couple of years, if even that, because you're so busy with just, but listen, after a while, life hits you. Now, all these people that you have around you, you have to sit here and question who's really there for you, who really love you unconditionally if you couldn't do anything for them, right? So I say all this to say, can you stand to be blessed? I know you want to be blessed, but can you stand to be blessed? And I cannot remember, it was a couple of months ago when I saw a recording on YouTube. I think it might have been Pastor R.C. Blake's. Again, many of you guys are here because of him. So if it is him, please let me know in the comment section. But basically, he's asking, can you stand to be blessed? Are you really ready for extreme warfare? Because the lower level, you start with lower warfare, petty stuff. You get over it. But the higher you go up that ladder and up that mountain, that warfare literally increases and it intensifies. Are you ready for the warfare that comes with being blessed. And the warfare have its own, its own thing. I mean, really it's designed to really prepare you for the next level. It's almost like God is challenging. Well, first of all, it's warfare because you're being stripped, to put on a new you, but it's also designed to strengthen you because the higher you go up, then the more things you're going to deal with, right? So that's why different warfare comes into place. I hear so many people say, "Oh, I don't want to be single because I don't like to be lonely." Well, listen, if you don't want to be lonely and you can't stand to be lonely, do you know what it is to be alone, to walk alone? It's one thing to be lonely. You miss somebody for a few minutes, few hours, but do you know what it is to walk alone? I pause because I want you to think about that, because that's a different level now. Do you know what it is for everybody to admire your strength, but you fight with your own weaknesses? Can you stand to be blessed? Do you know what it feels like to no longer fit in from where you came from, but you quite haven't made it exactly where God showed you? Can you stand to be blessed? Do you know what it feels like for everyone to need answers that you usually have for them, but when you need answers, nobody can answer? Do you know what it feels like to question if someone really loves you, or do they love what you can do for them? Can you stand to be blessed? Do you know what it feels like to be the one who everybody think has it all? So you're checking on everyone, but no one checks on you because they think you're a machine and that you just have it all? Do you know what it feels like to be attacked from people who are just jealous of your blessings, but don't even know a clue of who you are? Never really even ask or try to get to know you, but they're jealous because they feel like you have it all, and they don't even see the warfare that you have to go to try to attain and sustain these blessings. Can you stand to be blessed? Do you know how it feels to be envied because people have put you on a pedestal that you've never asked to be on? Are you sure you want to be blessed? Do you know how it feels to climb a hill and can't even see where you're going? Do you know what it feels like to have financial gain, which leads to financial freedom, and you can't even enjoy it because you're constantly under warfare? Are you sure you want to be blessed? Can you stand to be blessed? Do you feel like you can deal with being blessed when there's times when you feel like God has forgotten you? So if you have a problem being lonely in a relationship or a marriage, you don't want to be too blessed. You might want a little bit of blessings. Why do you think the majority, I won't say majority, well, it could be, but a great deal of celebrities are either on drugs or alcohol? Why is Britney Spears losing her mind? Right? Why do you have celebrities who are multi-millionaires making songs about being lonely and being unhappy and wishing they could give it back if they could? Because it's not what it's all cut out to be. And I'm not discouraging anybody who really want to go higher, because I'm not there yet, but I'm around people who are. And I'm telling you, it's not what we think. We see the lights, camera in action because we see people when they hit the stage. We see people when they make the music videos, right? We don't see when these rappers got to go home and can't even sleep at night because they got to worry about somebody shooting up their house. We don't see none of that nonsense now. We just see the music videos and when a person hits the stage, not even realizing that most times your family will eventually abandon you because you're not even doing so much for them. Now you feel like, oh, this person now should buy you $1 million house because you know they're worth multi-millions of dollars. And now anything that you don't do, they're threatening you. They're holding things over your head. They're like trying to expose you, blackmail you. These are the people you grew up with. The people like who other than your immediate family who you really supposed to be able to really trust. If you have nobody else, well, first and foremost, God, but if you have no one else, you know your immediate family should have you. But the higher you go, the crazier they go. You got to worry about people stealing from you. You got to worry about who's really there. If you lose it all, will they really even still care? Can you stand to be blessed? Or do you just want blessings because you think it's always light, camera, and action? So I just wonder, I wanted to throw that out there. Again, I don't want to discourage anybody, away from their blessings. If God has shown it to you, please go after it because it will all be worth it in the end. But I'm telling you now, please get ready for warfare in all areas. You may have a perfect day. Well, there's no such thing, but you may have an awesome day, an awesome month, 1 month. And the next day, all hell breaks loose and you might be in warfare for months at a time. So I'm not discouraging you. I'm just saying, please know what you're asking for. Please be careful when you're envying people and asking for their blessings. Just know that you'll be in the fight of your life. And if you're ready for that, armor up. Because it'll be worth it. But please know it's not going to come easy. This is why you have more stories of people giving up versus finishing that finish line for this very reason. The top is not lonely. The process is. So I hope this inspires someone and hopefully, if you're someone who is sitting back and like you're envying everybody in your life because you feel like this person has it all. It can be a successful marriage. Listen, if your friends have this perfect, there is none, but this perfect marriage, listen, it has not always been that way. They've probably been through hell and back. You just don't know about it, but they put that work in and eventually got there. So whatever it is that you could be envying, please understand that there's warfare. There's loneliness. There are mountains that you will climb alone. There will be times that you feel like even God has abandoned you. And all you got is your faith to rely on. But if it's yours, go get it. Go get it. Just be prepared. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.